Hi, all. I am Sarah B. Roz, and I'm an ambivert, or a really gregarious introvert, or an extrovert who needs a real lot of recharge time and prefers small social gatherings. Whatever, the label is less important than the fact that one of the many things that I've been grateful for since all this coronavirus stuff started is that my social needs are not deeply impacted. And I recognize that's not true for everybody. And I find myself feeling concerned about the sense of isolation that people have, that we already had as a society, and that this physical distancing, the social distancing, the physical isolation will deepen that, and how painful that can be. And so I was having this thought, it's a little, anyway, I won't qualify it, but I was having a thought this morning that I thought I would share in case it's meaningful to anybody. So I do the 3 words, the Chris Brogan 3 words thing. I've been doing that for the last few years. And this year, one of the words that I chose was web, for the web of interconnection, because I talk a good game of leaning into that web, but I'm not always good at living it, especially as an introvert. And I buy into those social norms about the power of individualism and, all American cowboys and all that stuff. Um, and so it was part of my challenge to myself to lean into that web. And as I was thinking about that this morning, I was thinking about the fact that we are all interconnected, right? Humanity is 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon on steroids. Um, we are all connected to each other in some way or another, and in my mind's eye, I really do see that as almost that graphic on LinkedIn, with all the points and the lines between them. It really is that way, and that does connect every last one of us on Earth in some way or another. And yet it goes a lot farther than that. It goes all the way out to the edges of the universe, right? We are interconnected with the trees and the plants. We can't breathe without them. The other animals in the ecosystem all provide something that's meaningful to all the rest of us. We see ecosystems change dramatically, right? When species go extinct. Um, the water interconnects us, and everything else living in the ecosystem on the planet. And then it goes beyond that, right? Without stars going supernova, we wouldn't exist in the first place. Those supernova stars shot elements and minerals onto this planet that became life and became all of the elements that we rely on every day. And so here we are in this vast universe, which is awesome in a dictionary definition way, completely interwoven. And what's changing right now is our way of being in that interweaving, not the interweaving itself, not the web itself. There's nothing that can sever our interconnection. Definitely not a virus, not even social distancing. So what we're doing now is changing how we experience that web and that interconnection. And I'd like to encourage you to get really creative with that. Have a dinner party by Zoom. Schedule phone calls with people. For those of us on the introverted spectrum, maybe we're a little more accustomed to doing that kind of thing. I know that I schedule phone calls and Zooms with friends and family all the time because I don't get them done otherwise. I get free time and I'm like, oh boy, I'm going to go sit by myself and read a book or take a walk. And there's just no downside. There's no downside to scheduling those things and making sure you get that eye contact, even if it's through a webcam. So anyway, I'd love to take this opportunity to also invite you to just, be with that feeling of the web for a moment and see if that helps provide you any comfort in a challenging time. All right. Be well, my friends. Sending hugs and fortitude. As someone signed an email to me recently. I thought that was great. Hugs and fortitude.